Hey guys, what's up? It's Caesar coming at you with another College Football 25 video. I don't know if you guys heard, but College Football 25 came out with a brand new roster update. I believe this is like their 4.0 as you see on the screen right here. Today I'm going to be going over the top 100 who move within the rankings and things like that. But before we jump into this video, if you can please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and also turn on those notifications so you do not miss another College Football 25 video. But let's get into it. We are going to be starting it from number 100, Jonah Monheim, the center from USC. He jumped 20 spots to be number 100. At 99, you got Jacob Gardner, another center. He did not move at all. Looks like he was 99 already. And this is 99 best rated player in the game, by the way, as I'm going all the way counting down to 1. You got Dylan Fairchild, the left guard, so a lot of love so far for the offensive line in College Football 25. He dropped 13 spots. Oh, excuse me. Monheim dropped 20 spots as well. I'm reading this completely wrong, so sorry for that. But Dylan Fairchild dropped a decent amount. Wow, what a drop. 91 overall. And then you got Jamon Johnson, middle linebacker from Kentucky. He dropped 16 spots. Dante Corleone from Cincinnati, defensive tackle. He dropped 22 spots as well. Damian Martinez, halfback from University of Miami. He dropped 24 spots. And again, you're seeing these rankings as well and these ratings, and none of the ratings are going down. It just looks like there's a lot more players that are getting bumped up. So keep that in mind as well. Quentin Cooley stayed at 94, ranked from Liberty. Jarquez Hunter stayed at 93. He's a 91 overall. Holland Pierce from Rutgers, left tackle. He stayed at 92 overall. Again, by overalls, I mean their rankings in the rosters, so keep that in mind. Sorry, I hope I'm not confusing anybody. Antoine Powell Ryland, he bumped up 1 overall. Looks like he was a 90 overall. Now he's a 91, and he's staying at 91 overall, ranked in the game as well. You got Howard Cross, who took a big hit. He didn't really drop anywhere, even with the overall ratings, but he did drop 20 spots from 70 to 90. You got Kobe Bryant. I love this name. Such a classic. RIP. He dropped 20 spots. And again, he's not dropping any ratings either. And again, you're seeing that here so far that none of these players are dropping their ratings. They're staying the exact same, but it's just players are getting better than them, as all these players so far have been a 91 overall. And then you got Nicholas Singleton from Penn State, the halfback. He dropped 21 spots. You got Sebastian Castro, the free safety. This is the first player in this list that we do see taking a hit. Looks like he was a 92 overall, and they dropped him down to 91, and that also dropped him 41 spots in the rankings as well. Then you got Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle from University of Oregon Ducks, and he jumped up 4 spots and also +1 overall from a 90 to a 91 overall. And then you got Josh Connerly Jr., the left tackle from University of Oregon. He dropped 21 spots, but stayed at a 91 overall. Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle from Ohio State University. He dropped 18 spots, but stayed at a 91 overall. And then you got Trey Stewart, Jacksonville State running back, and he ended up staying at 83rd ranked and 91 overall. Jonah Savania, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I probably butchered it. I apologize. Right tackle for University of Arizona. He stayed at 82. Jackson Dart dropped 13 spots. Stayed at a 91 overall. It looks like he lost a little bit of, my guess is maybe throwing power or throwing accuracy on the right there. And he is 81 overall. And then you have Oronde Gadsden, the second from Syracuse, the tight end, 91 overall, but he dropped 5 spots, and he had a big hit as well in some of his ratings. Drew Aller dropped 14 spots, didn't move in his overall. Kenneth Grant, Michigan defensive tackle, he was a stud coming into the game, and he dropped 15 spots as well from Michigan. Jeremiah Cooper, the free safety from Iowa State, he dropped 17 spots. You got Willie Lampkin, the right guard from North Carolina. He stayed at 76 overall. And now we can see here, it looks like the strength is where the awareness is Jackson Dart dropped a little bit here. And you can see here, Oronde Gadsden, the tight end, he dropped strength 12. Wow, that was a huge hit in acceleration he dropped, but he did gain 10 jumping. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, coming in at number 75, we got Jalen Walker from Georgia staying at 75 overall, 75th ranked. Nick Nash stud wide receiver from San Jose State, 91 overall, stayed there at 74th ranked. Kyle Kennard, the right end, or the right edge rusher, should I say, from University of South Carolina, he stayed at 73. Not too much movement here, it looks like. Dante Lawson, linebacker from Alabama, he stayed at 72. And then the first drop in this set right here, Parker Brailsford, the center from Alabama, he dropped 16 slots, but he didn't really move too much in his overall rankings. Harold Perkins Jr., the left linebacker from LSU, he dropped 12 spots. And then Takario Davis, the cornerback, who was 69 overall, currently rated in the game at 92 overall, he dropped 17 spots. You got Dorian Strong from Virginia Tech, who was a 92 overall, and he stayed at 68th ranked in the College Football 25. Then you got Mekhi Hughes, halfback from Tulane, staying at 67. And then you got Jonas Sanker, Virginia Cavaliers free safety. He dropped 10 spots to 66 overall. Taj Brooks, he dropped quite a bit as well, 14 spots. Didn't really make him any movement on the overalls there, though. But then you got Kyle Monagai, hope I'm pronouncing that right. He jumped up 9 spots to 64th overall and gained a +1 boost in his overall rating. You got Matt Solopik from Miami of Ohio. He ended up staying at 92 overall and 63rd ranked. You got Donovan Jackson, left guard from Ohio State. He dropped 14 spots. Addison West from Western Kentucky. Addison West from Western Michigan, right guard. He stayed at 61 overall. Caleb Webb, Jack State, left guard, 92 overall, dropped 3 spots. You got Brashard Smith, halfback from SMU. He stayed at 59th overall. Probably one of the biggest jumps here that we see in this update is Xavier Restrepo. He jumped 28 spots and jumped +2 in overall. Looks like he got a speed, acceleration, and awareness boost as well, which is huge. You got RJ Harvey, the UCF halfback. He dropped 3 spots. Siobhan Ravel Jr., he dropped 6 spots, but, nothing really changed with his overall. Jabbar Muhammad, the cornerback from Oregon, he dropped 10 spots in the rankings, 55. You got Tyler Booker, the left guard from Alabama. He jumped up 7 spots, +1 overall as well. Mike Green from University of Marshall University, he stayed at 53 overall. Mason Taylor, the tight end from LSU, he bumped up 1 in the rankings. You got Quinn Ewers, who dropped 9 spots. Didn't really see any change in his overall, but that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So you got Josiah Stewart from University of Michigan, the right end. He dropped 6 slots. And you got Mikhail Williams, left edge from Georgia. He stayed at 49th ranked. You got Devin Neal. This is the biggest one I've seen so far besides just Restrepo from Miami. From Kansas University, should I say, the halfback, he jumped 30 spots. He only jumped up 1 overall, but after that massive game versus Colorado, they definitely gave him a boost there. Tez Johnson dropped 8 spots to 47th overall. Sean Dolak, middle linebacker from Buffalo, he stayed the same. Jahdae Barron, quarterback from University of Texas, he jumped up 42 spots. And okay, I was wrong. It just keeps getting more and more. 42 spots in the rankings. So he was previously, 97? No, 87. I can't do math. Sorry, I was a history major. He jumped up 2 overall to get a huge boost there. Jalen Milroe dropped 6 slots. You got Benjamin Morrison, the cornerback from University of Notre Dame. He dropped 6 spots there. Colston Loveland, he dropped 7 spots, even though there was no change in his overall. Ollie Gordon, the OP running back when this game dropped, he dropped 1 overall, and I believe he dropped an awareness or change of direction trait as well, dropping 25 slots. He was extremely overpowered when the game came out from Oklahoma State. Arante Esri, the left tackle from University of Michigan, he dropped 7 slots, but still staying at a 93 overall. Deion Walker, right edge from University of Kentucky, stayed at a 93 overall, but he dropped 5 spots to 39th ranked. Ashton Gillett, the left edge from, I believe that's Louisville. The Cards helmet kind of throws me off there, but he jumped up 9 spots to 30th ranked, and he jumped up 1 overall as well. Donovan Izuraku, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from Boston College, the right edge. He's staying at 37th ranked. Travion Henderson from Ohio State stays at 36. Nick Emenwari, he jumped 8 spots and gained 1 overall to a 93 overall. Emeka Egbuka, he dropped 4 spots, but it doesn't look like he changed any overall right there. Dylan Sampson dropped 7 spots, not changed any overall. Trey Harris dropped 3 spots, standing at a 93 overall. Landon Jackson, left edge from Arkansas, he is staying at 31 overall. Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, defensive tackle, he dropped 3 spots in the rankings. Noel Williams, cornerback, he jumped 33 spots. He got a huge boost, a +2 to getting him to a 93 overall. Caleb Jackson, halfback from Iowa, he ended up getting a huge boost as well, +2 in the overall to a 93. Got a speed boost, and I think it's awareness boost as well. Jumped up 31 points from a 59th ranked player to now the 28th best player in the game. You got Dylan Gabriel, he dropped 2 spots. And you got Cam Ward, who dropped 2 spots without dropping any of his overall stats. And now we're at the top 25 players in college football after the brand new roster update. We got Wyatt Millam, West Virginia left tackle, dropped 2 spots, staying at 94. Nick Sorton from Texas A&M, left edge, he dropped 2 spots, but staying at the 94 overall as well. Barrett Carter, the right linebacker from Clemson, he ended up dropping 2 spots as well, staying at 94. And then you got Jack Sawyer, who actually jumped up 6 spots, especially after that big game versus Michigan. Offense didn't do him any favors, but he jumped up 1 overall there. Got Luther Burden, he dropped 6 spots, but he still stayed at a 94 overall. Now we're getting to the 95s, the top 20. Tate Ratledge from Georgia, he dropped 7 spots, even though he stayed at a 95 overall. Quinshawn Junkins, who was an 8th ranked player, he dropped 8 spots, so he was 11th ranked, but he is still 95 overall. Jay Higgins, the middle linebacker from University of Iowa, he dropped 6 spots but stayed at 95 overall. Omarion Hampton, the halfback from University of North Carolina, he jumped up 1 and also bumped up his overall by 1 to 95 overall. Then you got Malachi Moore, the strong safety from Alabama. He jumped up 24 spots and a +3 overall. So he was a 92, now he's a 95, and he just bumped up those rankings like crazy. And this is probably one of the crazier ones that you'll see here. Harold Finnan Jr. This might be an OP team if you're looking to play a game in the road to the college football playoff. He is a 95 overall tight end, and he is fast and he is beastly, jumping up 4 spots to 15th ranked player in college football 25. So that is just insane. You got Tyler Warren, another tight end, obviously from a bigger team like Penn State. He jumped up 18 spots, got a +2 in his overall boost as well. Torrey McMillan, on that pronunciation, from University of Arizona, wide receiver. He dropped 3 spots, but he's still at an 85 overall. Then you got Malachi Starks, the strong safety from Georgia. He dropped 4 spots in the rankings, but he still stayed at 95 overall. And then you got James Pierce, who's probably one of the most overpowering defensive ends in the game. He dropped 4 spots where he was, I believe, 7th. Now he's 11th, staying at 95 overall. Now we're getting into the top 10. The top 10 players in college football 25 after the most recent update. And we got Xavier Watts, who jumped 7 spots and +1 in overall from University of Notre Dame, the free safety. Then you got Caleb Downs, who stayed his ground. Probably one of the few guys in the top 10 that'll probably actually stay their ground, as he stays at a 95 overall and 9th ranked in the game. You got Mason Graham, defensive tackle. He dropped 2 spots, staying with also keeping his 95 overall. Then you got Will Campbell, probably going to be one of the first left tackles off the board in this year's NFL draft. He dropped 2 spots to number 7. Then you got Abdul Carter, who jumped 14 spots and a +1 overall. One of the best edge rushers in the game, hands down. Shadir Sanders bumped up 9 spots in the overall to number 5. He also got a +1 overall rating in the game. You got Kelvin Banks Jr. He is the left tackle from University of Texas, and he actually stayed at number 4. I thought Caleb Downs was going to be the only one who stayed, but it looks like there's another one up there. Will Johnson, he actually dropped 1 point in the overall rankings and still stayed his ground, so that's actually pretty impressive there. And then you also got Ashton Jeanty at Ashton Jeanty, number 2 overall. Last update, he was the highest ranked player in the game at 97 overall. But now we have a very brand new king, the best player in college football 25 after the most recent update, and that is who else but Travis Hunter, the two-way player, the receiver, the cornerback, the do-it-all, the Heisman frontrunner besides Ashton Jeanty. It'll be really exciting to see who ends up getting that, but he jumped up one spot to claim that number 1 player in college football 25 at a 97 overall. He had a little boost there as well. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these rankings. Were they deserved? Who did they miss out on? Were there people that got snubbed? Did I miss anybody? Again, this is just the top 100. I'm also curious to know also if you guys have checked anywhere else to see if any other players were updated or if it was just the top 100. I'm sure there were more players that were updated, but I just was curious what they were, and this was the top 100, the new rankings. Let me know down below what you guys think. But again, if you guys made it this far, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and don't forget to make sure to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another Tips with Tees in College Football 25 or just another College Football 25 video or a College Football 26 leaks or updates video as well. But that'll do it for me this time, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.